Okay, so you have no idea how difficult it was to set a pinned message on YouTube, because it has like these emoticons, right, where the three dots menu is to pin the message. Anyway, I had to like open the inspector and remove the element. It was a mess. Hi. Hey, glad you're here. Oh, let me see actually. My camera to. Oh no, that's the wrong button. Yeah, that's better. Oh, wait. Like that. It should be fine. Hey folks. Hey Samuel. Sorry. Hey, you're here, Sorry. That's very nice. Nice to see you. And Blackmorth is here as well. Such a nice name, Blackmorth. I actually heard that like what's his name? Lee Jones, the actor from Mufasa and Darth Vader. He died yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't know. That's a shame. He was 93, so it is what it is. Bonjour, Jean-Marc, as well. Glad you're here. Hey, thanks for joining me, folks. I need to do the boring stuff. Testing, exactly, Jean-Marc. It's like, yeah, I need to get these things done, right? I don't want to do it. I was, let me show you actually here. You know, we're working towards Tempest Alpha 1, right? As a milestone. If you've been following this channel, you know a bit about it. So let me show you the Alpha 1 milestone. It's 100% complete. So that means I can technically tag Tempest Alpha 1, which is really cool. Which is like I've been working towards this for 2 years now. It's a big achievement. But I noticed that, oh no, my latest commit, the thing that actually fixed. I also also noticed that I just have like, hang on a second, like lead commits today. That's nice. Yeah, so I committed this and noticed, oh no, there's a failure. What is this about? I checked it. Everything worked except, of course, coveralls. So I messaged Aiden. I said, Aiden, does this really need to be like a failure in our CI suite? Because, you know, yeah, okay, coverage decreased a little bit, but is it really a failure? I was like, I'm not going to tag it with like a failing commit. That's not good marketing. And so Aiden basically told me, yeah, but you're just too lazy to write proper tests. And like, yeah, I had to admit he's technically correct. So I told him, okay, Aiden, let's keep it as a failure. You've made your point. Let's just put in the work and fix some coverage stuff, right? So we use coveralls. And you know, it's not bad. It's not bad, but apparently there's a big decrease here. Which commit was that? Let's click it. It's not bad. I mean, 78%. And coverage it doesn't say everything, right? But it's still, it's not that great. We want a little bit more. And I'm sure there are some cases where, oh, you know when this happened? This happened when we added the subsplit components, and there we just pulled in a lot of code from like other packages, like packages that were split before, and then yeah, we added a lot of code that wasn't tested. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, coverage, it doesn't say everything, but I'm very certain that there are places where we could use some more coverage basically. So yeah, we have to do that. I mean, it's a good thing that, you know, I'm motivated for tagging that Alpha 1 release, so I might as well just put in the work. So yeah, that's what we need to do today. It is what it is. So this is all the code, and let's see here. It's already quite a list, right? And that's cache. That's don't need to worry about that. But still, there's some work to be done. Hello, Roberto, as well. Thanks for joining. Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate it. I like to know who's joining the stream. Also, this is the insanity that is social media today, but like I've posted the link to the stream on 4 different social media platforms. And I actually tried, I don't know, are there any folks here who came from Twitter? So as you know, or may not know, but I quit Twitter. I still have, but I do want to know whether I can still use it as like just a way to inform people about things going on and not interact with anyone. So I unfollowed everyone and my feed is empty, but I wonder like if it's worth sharing the link, like links to live streams and blog posts still on Twitter. I don't know. I think it might not be worth it. But on the other hand, like other social media channels, if you don't have a huge audience there, it also doesn't really matter all that much. So I'm now on Mastodon and Blue Sky and Pinkery and Twitter. And it's all a mess. It's all the same. Every platform has its own drawbacks. But yeah, I don't know. Let's not go too much into a rant today. Let's write some tests. Maybe I'm just putting it off, writing tests, right? So yeah, okay, I have my coverage here. So whenever I run my tests, I think I'm using Xdebug to determine coverage. And then I see which files are covered and which are not. Oh, it's annoying that it disappeared here. Now that's because I did another run. I think, can I... Hang on a second. Edit configurations with coverage. Coverage. There's a setting somewhere. I don't know where. It's okay. I can still see like the coverage here. So now it's a matter of finding places we want to test, basically. So if all is well, let's open a random file here. Hang on a second, I need to check something like team appearance. Let's see here. Let's just do light, the team default. Ugh, it sucks, but let's rerun coverage because there should be like these lines in the gutter showing where which parts aren't tested yet, basically. So I hope, yeah, here they are. And that's annoying because in my team they aren't enabled. So now I need to fix that first because you really want like this you want this to work. Light, no. Light, copy 1, copy 2, light present. I don't know, what a mess. Let's see here. Let's quickly go into, where is it? Color scheme. Editor, color scheme. Yeah, light, present. I guess it's the right one. Something like, is it coverage? Line coverage, yeah. So I want this, I want to enable this. So is it foreground or background? I'm not sure. So full, no. Uncovered we want in red. Let's just try it out for now to make sure it works. And then half covered in something like yellow. Apply. Does it work? Maybe it's the foreground I need to set. Hang on a second. Partial like this, and then background like this. We can still change the colors, but and maybe I need to rerun it. I should have checked this before the stream. Anyway, good morning, Slivo, and Blackmorth. You were just relaxing on YouTube when I appeared on the live stream. That's very nice. So why doesn't it show here? It should be in effect bordered. I don't know. Hang on. Let's check with like the default theme here. It's the foreground bold, uncovered foreground, and okay. So that should be it. Hang on. Let's do that again. So full, partial, uncovered. It should be the foreground, and it should be bold. That's what I did, right? Let's do this one as well, just for good measure. Okay. Doesn't work. Hang on. PHPStorm. Coverage. That's really annoying. That is really annoying. Because I don't want to use like the other. Maybe I should use this. So the good thing about these kinds of issues with PHPStorm is then afterwards I go create an issue and I have like video proof that something isn't working correctly. Yes! Okay, good. It works. So let's see here, green, and this is orange, orange. That's what we need, okay? So I'm so happy it works. I don't know why it doesn't work with the other one, but okay, maybe I made a mess with all these copies of like the same theme. I don't know. Let's continue with this. This is usually where I give up on IDE coverage highlighting. Yeah, but you know, when it works, it's really useful. You know, because now I can just see, oh yeah, I need to test this part. Like for example, command bus discovery is apparently tested, but like I write a lot of integration tests mainly. So but actually, yeah, this isn't covered. So the fact that a what is this command bus handler has more than one parameter, then it shouldn't be registered in like detected, discovered by the framework. So if we go to command bus test somewhere, command bus tests, yeah, the integration test here, and we can write something like command handlers with more than one argument aren't discovered. And the reason for this, by the way, is because we cannot give any like parameter. We're only ever giving one parameter. So this is something to prevent that you know, things break at runtime. So let's see here. Over here we can add a command, let's say broken command handler, right? Let's say invoke, and we'll say command handler, and then well, we'll just return and we say my command, but also a string something, right? And then this one shouldn't be registered as a command handler because we don't know what to do with it. So let's see here. We can simply do this. So this command, this container. So let's say command bus config equals this container get command bus config, like so. And then we should make sure that there's no handler for this. Yeah. And to be absolutely sure, my broken command, because you know there can only be one handler per command. So my broken command, like so. It shouldn't be in this array. So I could just use this assert null command bus config handlers my broken command, like so, and then okay, that works. And just to make sure that it really works, let's remove this parameter here for a second, and then the test should fail. It fails because there actually is a command handler. And if we now rerun our coverage again, this line should be green. And yeah, well, no, I need to run coverage for all my tests, please. Let's see. And we're not gonna do coverage for every test, like rerun it every time. Just now, let's see if it works. It works. So that's what we're going to do for the next half hour, something like this. and then we can have a chat, of course. You can distract me. If the type, like the same thing here, if the type isn't a class, so let's say broken command handler and let's say no object, just like this, right? Then actually we don't really need to write a test for this, I guess, because well, we can still do it with command handlers with no proper object as their argument are not discovered. And then let's see here. Yeah, this if it didn't work, it should be string, but yeah, so that's fine. Okay, for good measure, let's rerun our coverage once more to make sure that it works. So so how was everyone's weekend, by the way? What did I actually do? I don't know. I don't remember. Why now it's gone? Why is it gone now? No, I know what I did. We're like renovating our kitchen, and I was painting throughout the whole weekend. Ah, now it's back. I really need to make an issue of this because it's just confusing, right? But it's green, nice, okay. But still 78%. We'll need to do more than fix 2 lines. Let's see here. What would be interesting? HTTP. Oh, I don't want to go into HTTP. Generic response sender. Yeah, maybe I should test this. This is what I added yesterday actually. Router test. Let's see here. Actually, PSR request to request mapper test. That's what I need. Because I already have test files. Yeah, okay. Let's do it like this. Upload. Let's say assert. Same. Let's see what we need. We want this to be like these are upload files, right? Get client file name. Hang on. Get stream path. Now what we can do is get contents, and then we can make sure it's the right file. What is it? Hello. Let's check whether this works. Yeah, cool. So get stream and then move to, we need to check move to. However, that's annoying. If I, hang on, what I'm gonna do. So in fixtures here, let's say git ignore. Let's say upload current. Oh no. Yeah, well, upload current.txt and upload moved.txt. And now, because we're using this file here, let's say copy like so. What did I call it? Current. And then we'll use this path like so. And then we can say upload move to, and then we'll say moved. And then let's say this assert false file exists. Say current path, right? And then assert true file exists, and then we'll make a variable for this move path, See whether it works. It works. Well, Blackmore. Okay, Blackmore is replying. I'm very curious. I spent the weekend at the forums of associations to sign up for sport clubs for the coming years. What colors have you chosen for your kitchen? Just clean white, a light color scheme, and then a very like dark top for the kitchen island. Like wooden, what's it called in English? Like the same color that's on my wall, but yeah, you can't really see that. Yeah, same color that's, well, hang on. Let's grab one. This. Something like this. And it's nice. And like last year people who've been subscribed for a long time to the channel know that like last year we renovated part of our whole like downstairs, and it was like nightmare material. I like things being delayed, stuff like that, and I had to live with my parents-in-law for almost 4 months. Imagine that, with 3 little children, and it was a mess. But this time it went very, very smoothly. There was one issue, but they solved it very quickly, like a couple of days of delay, but it was fine. So yeah, this assert not null, I guess. Upload get size. And this assert same one upload get error. Null is not null because I did it like this. Okay. Null 0 is identical to, hang on, assert same one. Okay, so that's good. And then do we have another thingy here? Get client file name. That's an important one. Get client file name. Client file name. Hello. Like this, and then get client media type. Client media type. Sure, I don't know. Is there an enum? I really dislike this with PSR because it's like old and it has to like be backwards compatible. There are no proper enums here, so you just have to figure it out. Let's write a string then. I don't know. I just have to make sure that it's the same because we're copying over data from like a PSR object to a Tempest object. So get, what was the media type? Okay. Let's do coverage. And this should be green. En français, ça passe aussi. I don't know what passes as well, or pass. I don't know what pass means. Hold on, do you speak French? Is that a question for me? Je parle un petit peu de français, bien sûr, bien sûr. No, I had 11 years of French in school because I live in Belgium, right? And we have a Flemish, Dutch part and a French part, and so French is. Oh, there's another siren. I'm sorry for that. French is pretty mandatory in Belgium. And like after 11 years, I learned nothing. And my coverage is gone once again. I learned, it was such a mess. Like the education system in Belgium, especially when it comes to stuff like languages, is just so messy. So, I learned to like, remember French words before a test or an exam, and that's it. And then I forgot about it again. So yeah, I mean, it really sucks. And it's unfortunate because, I do meet more and more French people these days, and I wish I could be fluent in French. And like, I think I understand 85% of what people are saying if they are if they speak slowly, but speaking it myself is just a mess. I wouldn't learn French if that was my native language. It is a messy language as well. Yeah, that's true. Route discovery destroy cache, but I don't want to test that actually. Okay, so we don't want to test everything. Okay. What about Italian? I don't speak Italian. No, like English and Dutch, and a little bit of French. That's it. Better than most French speak English. I don't know. Like I feel like people I meet at conferences. I went to SymphonyCon last year, which is majority French speaking. So many people speak English, and I was like, okay, this is just because of the like the sector we're in. People are forced to speak English. But then I met some like French people in the family, and like part of my wife's family lives in France, and we had a family party, like get together once a year, and I avoided this one person because I thought she only spoke French. And then we got together anyway, and I was struggling, and then she was, oh, but I can speak fluent English. And apparently more and more French people can these days. So, maybe it's getting better, right? Yeah. Okay, so we need to do some stuff here with our responses. That should be tested, exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see. Blackmore. Oh, you're from Belgium too, but moved to France 15 years ago. And in South, it's the same. We've learned Dutch, and it's all lost in years. Oh yeah, you're from the French part of Belgium, that is. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a mess, and it's such a shame because everyone speaks English, right? And okay, it might not be like 100% grammatically correct, but still, people can like have a conversation, and it's like I'm so convinced that if the education system in Belgium just took another approach and put things much more into practice instead of we had this like, let me show you the Becherel. Yeah, this thingy. Oh, that's it. That's the one. This one. L'art du conjuguer. These are a dictionary of 12,000 verbs, right? And every week, we had to learn one page, and that was it. And it's just like the conjugation of verbs. So one verb. Je suis, tu es, il est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont. And then in all the what's the word here, like times, like all the different thingies, like. And what was the point? No one remembers this. Such a shame. Like I could have spent all those hours doing so many better things, learning French in a much better way, or any language. And it's the same with programming languages, right? You don't just read a book or the documentation. You have to write the code. So where should I put a test for this? Let's actually see here, get headers. Where do I have a test for this? Base current method. I'm about to learn Netherlands, but seem even harder than English, especially the usages of geen or niet. Niet? We don't have niet, we have need. No, yeah, I hear that from a lot of people, that it's not a simple language to learn. But I guess French is harder. We don't want to make a unit test for this. Let's see here, responses. Yeah, we have, like, let's just do generic response test over here. Implements framework. Oh, hang on, I need to remove the read-only. Framework integration test, like this. What's the problem here? Oh, extends, of course. Okay. Let's say here test. What do we want to test actually? We want to okay, yeah, add session, remove session. We want to make sure that, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Test sessions. Response, new, we can just use this. And then we can say add session, and we can say test, and then a value test. And let's do this session. Let's get it from the container now, equals this container get session. Not Illuminate. Where's the Tempest session? Over here. Get session, and then we want to make sure assert same session get test. That's fine. And now let's do response is let's do response remove session test, and then assert null. Like so. Okay. Let's see here. Hi Sergio, thanks for being here as well. Just realized, Slivo is saying, just realized you write test method in camel case. Any specific reason? No, in snake case, right? You mean? There is a reason for it. Because of readability, basically. Because like if we go to our previous, what was it, PSR, you end up with these sometimes often long methods, and if you would convert this to camel, hang on a second, case, how do I toggle case? Can I convert to camel case? No. There was, I think there was an option for it. Anyway, if you would convert it, it would be a lot less readable. But with snake case, you know, there's more room for the words to breathe, and with test especially, because I write sentences. I like how Pest does it, right? So Pest just turned things around and said, with a string where you can use spaces. So it fixes an error when this thing happens. So this just reads a lot better. I still haven't switched to Pest, discussed it before. It is what it is. So that's why I use snake case here. Do you have Twitch? XAR or ZAR or whatever it's pronounced. Actual stream fit perfectly for software and game development category. I don't have Twitch yet. I do wonder, can I like stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time with OBS? That would be nice, because like the reasoning was I have this YouTube channel, right, where you're watching the stream now. So I'm already building something there. Why would I go to Twitch where I start from scratch again? But it might be a good way, like OBS stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Have a look at restream. What I don't really want, well, I do want to use OBS. I don't want to go back to something like StreamYard, because I used StreamYard before. I know it works there, but StreamYard is just such bad quality. If you compare it to, yeah. So yeah. Audience growth, right? Yeah, Tonko, you're right. Just, I need to do that. I agree with that. That's, I'll look into it. It's a good tip. Yeah. I'm like, it feels like starting from scratch again. But if I'm streaming to YouTube anyway, I might as well stream to Twitch. But then I need to, how would I do that? Like, watch two chats at the same time. I know it works. I mean, I watch some game streamers and I know they do it. So it's just a matter of doing it. There is a plugin in PHPStorm for string manipulation named string manipulation. I mean, it's enabled by default, right? Oh, maybe like more string manipulations. Well, maybe convert. You're talking about this, right? But this isn't a string, so it probably wouldn't be added here. Are you still employed by PHPStorm? Yeah, for more than 2 years now. It's really nice. Actually, let me show you something. from yesterday, JetBrains TV. So I started a series on JetBrains TV yesterday. That's not me, that's Paul, but yeah, over here. Give it a watch. But this is like we're gonna do a series on how to get started with PHPStorm from the very beginning, right? And so here I am. And it's you know, it's something I really believe in, because when I started with PHPStorm, it just felt so intimidating, right? I don't know if you feel the same if you're using PHPStorm, or maybe not. Maybe that's the reason why you're not switching to PHPStorm. So we want to make very short videos, like 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes. That's already pretty long. And yeah, we want to like help people get started within minutes and feel like productive within minutes. That's kind of the goal. As you can tell, I'm passionate about this, not because I'm really not trying to market anything here. Just choose whatever editor or IDE you want, but it's something I ran into personally, and I get a chance to solve it now, so or help solve it. So that's really nice. I'm now currently working on a video for Xdebug, setting up Xdebug, which is a challenge because Xdebug is something complex, especially like with different kind of setups. But you want to like show the essence of setting it up and using the debugger within a couple of minutes, and I feel like I'll be able to do it. But yeah, so I've got a couple of videos scheduled there, and it's something that will be ongoing, and I hope that at one point we can like integrate it somehow in PHPStorm as well. Not like showing here's a video, but just letting people know that, hey, if you're starting out, try it out. So so yeah, that's one of the things I'm currently working on. I can ask a streamer what to use. Yeah, definitely. I just need to figure it out. I need to put in the work, right, to figure out how to stream to Twitch. It offers more stuff, but easily allows you to change to camel case from snake. Oh yeah, you're talking about the plugin there. Yeah, and I find VS Code more intimidating than PHPStorm. I guess it's just what you're used to, right? Like I said, with the Twitch thingy, I need to start from scratch. It's uncharted territories. I just need to put in the work and learn it. I do think like something like a proper IDE, being able to use it, it's such a great tool. I mean, we had these carpenters doing our kitchen, right? And they come in with like the biggest equipment thingies, and they know how everything works, and in a couple of hours they're making so much progress, and it's just years of experience with the right tools. And that's something that if you like, it pays off so quickly to just put in a couple of hours learning. Maybe it takes a bit more than a couple of hours to like truly learn it, but whether it's PHPStorm or VS Code or a programming language or a framework, you know, you need to put in the hours. Oh, wow, everything's connected today. Like I'm seeing links to learning French as well. Wow, well, so great. If you can make one with Xdebug and Docker, things will be great. So I know I don't use Docker, but I know it's a mess. I think I can say this. I hope I can. But yeah, we're currently looking at making things much more easy to like for people who want to set up Xdebug with PHPStorm, because I ranted about this on my previous stream as well. It's just there's so much friction before you need to be able to press this debug button and it should just work. You don't need to worry about anything else, whether you're running in Docker or locally, whether you have Xdebug installed or not. And yeah, we're gonna I hope we'll be able to, but we aim to make some improvements there to make it just a lot less friction for people who want to debug. But yeah, takes time. But in the meanwhile, I'm aware that like we could use some better stuff for getting Xdebug set up with Docker as well. So yeah, do you ever miss writing higher level code, business logic? I'm not sure I could work on generics for so long. No, but I feel like I'm writing higher level code, aren't I? Or maybe, okay, like with the framework, maybe it's already leveled deeper, but there was also like RFC vote last year, which was a really nice project, just Laravel project, and lots of people pitched in as well, rfc.stitcher.io, and this was like, the upside was there wasn't a client here, but this was just a client project, and the client was just me and people who pitched in on GitHub. So that was a nice project. I also have aggregates still where I work on occasionally, but you know, it works. It's slow. Hang on a second. I don't know. So there are these projects. They aren't like big client projects anymore, which is like this is like a big trap for people who aren't working at companies anymore, like as a developer for clients. So like this is an important part of my job to figure out like how to stay up to date with what's happening within the community and talking to people and learning from them, because yeah, this is another, like the code I'm writing these days is I wouldn't say it's totally disconnected from PHP developers, but it's that it aren't your standard client project. So that's a very good question. Set up Xdebug with Dogger and another one with Laravel Sail. I know there is so much to cover for Xdebug, and you will need some time to figure it out properly. Yeah, but we're working on it. We're aware of it, and we really want to improve the Xdebug experience. So yeah, I'll keep you posted about it. Where were we? I don't know, the sessions, right? Oh, and then destroy session. Let's also do that. Response, destroy session, and then actually destroy session does I'm actually not sure what will happen. Like it removes the session ID, so it basically resets your session if you like resolve it again. So let's actually see here. Yeah, it will be null. So what we're gonna do is add session, original. Doesn't really matter the name here. I can't come up with anything. We're not gonna remove this one, so this will stay in the session, but when we destroy it, the session will have been reset entirely. That shouldn't work. Message of type string null given, generic response test online 27. Oh, like that. Yeah. Sergio is saying here, but I think for tests it works out of the box. I mean, you have Xdebug enabled in PHP and just run the test with Xdebug. It starts to become complex when the trigger is an HTTP request. Yeah, lots of thoughts with that. Honestly, no, it doesn't work out of the box. Yeah, okay. So if you have like a default setup and you press the debug button and you don't have Xdebug installed, PHPStorm will try to install it, but it doesn't always work. It depends on your setup. Like for Docker, for example, I don't think it works. But then let's say I dread running brew, but brew update PHP. If I do that right now, like Xdebug will be removed because there's a new PHP version without Xdebug installed. So I need to packle install Xdebug, right? I don't want it to be enabled all the time because it actually impacts your performance. So you disable it by default, and then you go to enable it whenever you want to run a debug session. I'm not sure if that's automated already or not. But here's an interesting thought. Yeah, it becomes complex when you're debugging HTTP requests. And why is that complex? You need to enable the listener here, and then you need to enable the Chrome extension. Oh, I don't have it installed in this profile, but like the Xdebug extension in Chrome, so that you add another cookie to your request so that Xdebug knows it needs to pick it up. Why do we have that situation? Why do we need to press 3 buttons before we can actually run a a debugging session from within the browser, that's because we don't want Xdebug to be enabled by default all the time. So here's an interesting thought. What if instead of enabling Xdebug on the fly with like a cookie or a header, or with the Chrome extension, and then start listening for connections and stuff like that, what if you could just press this button here? You don't need to do anything else, and it starts, like, it opens up the browser and within a debugging session. What if that worked? That would be nice, right? And like, technically you could spin up a debugging server on a specific port. You could do that behind the scenes. PHPStorm could do that. You could open up Chrome or Firefox or whatever browser just by pressing this button. That's possible as well. You could maybe even allow some kind of setup to go to a specific page, or because there's a framework in between, so you cannot just run this PHP script. You need to go to the right URL. But I mean, those are problems that can be solved, I think, for a 95% use case. And those are like the things I hope we can look into, because right now it sucks. Like, okay, let's press this button. Actually, like, let's try it out. I don't think it will work. So Xdebug Chrome extension. Let's install it over here. Add to Chrome. Okay. So just to make sure, debugging works in my tests, right? Yeah. Okay. That works. Okay. So we're doing that, right? So let's do Tempest serve, right? No home controller. Home controller. Oh, there's an exception here. It shouldn't be here. Let's put a breakpoint here. Now, what do I need to do to be able to refresh here to end up in my debugging session? Okay, I need to enable this, right? I need to, where's my extension here? I need to refresh this. Nothing happens. Should I like reboot this? Nothing happens. Why? It's probably, I can tell you why. It's probably because of Xdebug config in my PHP ini file. So now I have to go to my PHP ini file. Let's see, I know where that is. Open it here. Xdebug. Now, what do I need to like put here? I don't know. Okay, let's find it out. PHPStorm Xdebug setup. And by this point, I'm just, okay, let's use var dump, right? And I'm not doing anything complex here, right? I feel like I'm not doing anything complex. So mode, debug, port. Okay, we need a host and a port. Let's add it, right? Then we need to remember to like disable coverage, switch back to coverage afterwards. Debug, the port, 9003 by default. Let's try it out, 9003. Let's make sure debug, Xdebug, where is it? Debugger, port, built-in server. This is another port. Should I use this one? I don't know. Is this Xdebug? I don't know. Xdebug. There's a cloud thingy, apparently. Here's the port. This is the right debugger. 9003. Let's, is that the right one? 9003. Yeah, okay. Can accept external connections. Will this work? I don't know. Here's the debug port. That's Zen debugger. Doesn't matter, I think. Okay. Will it work? I don't know. Okay, let's reboot my server here to make sure that it works. Like Xdebug is loaded. Now it works. Now we have to press the accept button. Now. You see? How long did that take? Let's comment this out. I'll keep it in my PHP ini file now. And then whenever I need to enable Xdebug again, I'll forget I put it there, and I'll just look up the documentation once again. So let's stop this. Now it works fine again, and yeah, okay. So anyway, there's some room for improvements, I feel. And like part of the problem here, I feel is like Xdebug's design a little bit, like, but also how we've grown used to a certain way of doing things. Anyway, I don't know. I hope PHPStorm can like improve it. That would be really nice. So, we were doing coverage, right? Let's see here. Let's rerun it again. Like, will we have like an improved percentage point? 79 instead of 78. 79! Yes! Ah, that's nice. But once again, my highlighting is... Should I just rerun it once more? Why is the gutter is gone now? I don't understand why. And the gutter is what's useful, right? Can you play cat videos? No, I can't. Brent, you look like French people. Oh. I don't know, man. It took some time, I guess, but yeah, if the PHPStorm team can improve the experience, that would be great. Yeah, I mean, that's just like ideal world, just press this button and it works, right? So, we need to do the same with cookies. The same test we wrote for sessions, we need to write it for cookies as well. Well, it's kind of similar, right? Cookies, test cookies, add cookie, and oh yeah, this should be a new cookie test. And this can be gone, and then we'll say, let's get the cookie, is it cookie manager? Yep. Cookie manager. I can speak a little bit with French accent as well. If people keep talking about French, can I do it like this? Yeah, this should work. Assert instance of cookie, right? Class. No, but in all seriousness, I'm so sad that I don't know French better than I do, because it's like a real added value to be able to talk to someone in their own language. Remove cookie test like this, and then let's say assert null. So it's a shame, and right now I don't feel like doing it all over again. I'm kind of sick of studying. That being said, I just started music lessons from scratch last week. So what's the thing here? It's not remove cookie, won't remove it. It will like set the expiring date, right? So let's see here. So I started music notation lessons. I don't know the term in English, but it's so difficult. It is like totally not the way I think, and it's really difficult. That actually reminds me, I have like lessons this evening, so I still need to practice a little bit. Expires at, is that correct? Let me actually check. Does it set a remove? Yeah, it sets it to -1. Yeah. So yeah. I see you're suffering from test coverage addiction. I'm suffering from Aiden telling me it's important. No, but I mean there are some like test coverage here is good because it's showing some places that aren't tested yet that are important, right? And yeah, if it feels a little bit, it's a bit rewarding, right? If you can get this to 80%, although time is running out, I just noticed. Question regarding tests. Shouldn't framework components themselves have unit tests? Yes, Sergio, that's absolutely right. And that's something we still need to refactor. So but yeah, that's work in progress. I just remember I need to quickly send a message here telling my wife I will be a little late. Like that. Okay. Improve coverage for Aiden. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Let's see here. So this red thingy should be green now. When CI is done. What's your goal with Tempest? What value does it bring over Laravel or Symfony? It doesn't bring any more value, except that it's a different, like slightly like more modern PHP, but that's not enough value to like suddenly switch your projects to it. It's a smaller framework. It's like very easy to get started with. It gets out of your way. It has a different approach than Laravel or Symfony, but I don't really think you should use this for like big client projects yet, because there's no, like, there's so many things missing. But what it is useful for is some examples I showed on stream, right? I'm rewriting my blog to it. Like a simple docs website is pretty easy to spin up here. I'm rewriting aggregate to it as well for fun, and you know, I run into some stuff there. Like small things I can fix along the way. So you know, the biggest advantage here, or the biggest reason I'm doing it is because it's a super interesting problem space, and I feel like we've learned a lot about PHP together. I definitely learned a lot of new things about PHP during this, and like from people pitching in on stream and just thinking along. It's a cool project. I'll definitely use it myself for like these small projects. And when I release the alpha version, I hope some people will try it out and take a look at it and share their thoughts and opinions about it. But yeah, it's not meant to compete with Laravel or Symfony. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts today. Like, if tomorrow hundreds and thousands of people start using it, then and like many people will start contributing as well, then it might be different. But it's just a fun project, and yeah, I'm not done with it yet. I've been working on this for 2 years now, off and on. It's okay. So there's green again, and I think I need a hard refresh for coveralls. It might take a bit longer here. Yeah. Let's see here. No, that was wrong. Where is it? Coveralls over here. Yeah, I did. I clicked too fast. Oh. Barely increased. Anyway, it increased. I don't know. There's a difference between what's PHPStorm. I guess coveralls is making it's looking at the files and the lines together in a way. So yeah. Oh, so let's check the comments here. I see, and then the framework repository would focus more on the integration test, ensuring all those components work together. Right? Yeah, that's like the ideal situation. But yeah, there's still so much work to be done. Yeah. And like, tests are very much connected still. Like almost everything is integration tests and just boots the whole framework, and it works. I mean, it's fast enough for now, but yeah, we need to there's a lot of room for improvement there. Yeah. And I want to add individual GitHub actions for every subsplit as well. It's just a lot of work. So yeah. Hey folks, I'm gonna say goodbye. Yeah. I need to some other things. I need to do some other things still today, but it was fun hanging out. Thanks for all the questions, and thanks for being here. Should we expect Tempest Series A funding round announcement by the end of the year? Definitely not. No. That's like we looked at Laravel last Friday, right? And so I think there's a difference in mentality as well between many European-based developers and US-based. I feel like in the US it's much about the hustle and growth and stuff like that. Well, if you compare it to Symfony, for example, it's okay the way it is, you know, and there's enough funding to just have a stable product, and we don't necessarily need more growth. Symfony is still growing, but like not at the same pace as Laravel, and that's fine as well. You know, I talked about I went to SymfonyCon last year, and I asked Fabien about this. Fabien Potentier, right, the creator of Symfony. I asked, and this was in a group, so I think I can talk about it just with all of you as well. But I asked him, like the difference between Symfony and Laravel. Laravel is much more out there, doing much more marketing. They were already working on this, I guess, back in like December last year, but no one knew, right? And I asked him, doesn't Symfony have like like the need? I can't find the right word, but like, doesn't Symfony want to grow in the same way as Laravel does? Fabien said, no, it's fine. I mean, I have a family as well. I have other things outside of code, and it's fine. It's a very different mindset. So I don't think, like, if I were in the same position, I would just keep things as is. I'm not making any judgments on the fact that Laravel did it, because I think it will be great for PHP, and I think it will have a good impact. But personally, I wouldn't do it. But it's just some random thoughts here. I see some comments floating by as well. I am really excited to watch the cat videos now. Yeah, but who came up with cat videos? I never mentioned cat videos. Have a great day, Sergio, and MR Tech Studios. Bye-bye. Sorry, but PHP is no longer necessary, written by Ken. Ken, thank you for joining the stream and just saying that. Really appreciate it. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, people are making so much money with PHP. There are so many developers. There's a great ecosystem. So if you don't feel like it's no longer necessary, good for you. I mean, there are a lot of other languages out there that are great as well. So I hope you enjoy those other languages then. That's all I can say about it. But I mean, thanks for joining the stream. Brent, did you update the router dispatch method? I don't know, Yassine. We'll have to check that out on GitHub, because I'm ending the stream. Can be wherever he wants. Yeah. That's right. Hide user on this channel. Okay. Bye-bye.